Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Started studying for your internal students. No response. Still not started. Hmm? When you will start on the day of test? Per day you have two subjects. How you will study? Okay. Anyway. Yes, students, in last class, what we were discussing? Anybody in last class, what we were discussing? Nothing?
Breadcrumb classes.
Huh? Can you
No,
repeat?
other time the breadcrumb classes. Other time breadcrumb classes.
Okay. Yes, students, as I told that I have a soft copy of this bootstrap book. I'll share in GCR. Today I'll share in the GCR. I have a complete book soft copy, the PDF file. So once I share in the Google Classroom, you can access that. So in the book also clearly they have mentioned the steps how to begin or how to download the bootstrap and the variables, how we the C process in CSS, how we have used the properties, how we use the properties in CSS, students. Hmm? How we use the properties
By opening on braces.
using
Open the
braces.
braces.
Okay, what are the properties we have used? Using class or and using selectors, we have used the properties in CSS, correct? Now what types of properties we have used? Color property, border property, yes, font size. All these properties we have given in the CSS file. Similarly, to execute a bootstrap program also, the same method we used to declare our properties in CSS. And the main thing is how to start the execution of bootstrap program. How to start the execution of a bootstrap program? I already told that before you start executing a bootstrap program, first you need to download the bootstrap folder that is available in Google, and the link which I gave is, we have already discussed. Students, this is the link which I have highlighted. If you by using this link, download the bootstrap zip file. That zip file should contain JavaScript file, that is JS file, CSS file, and fonts file. After that, your file, once you start executing the project or the program, your file must contain these three lines. Your file must contain these three lines. That is to how to begin with the bootstrap program. Once you wait, student, I'll create one program and show you. Student, how we created a HTML program. I was taking a new HTML file, or sorry, or new notepad file, and there we were typing the doc tag, head tag, and the body tag. Correct, no? Similarly, here also, in to execute a bootstrap program, first what I am giving, the doc file or the doc HTML tag, head tag, the meta tag, and these three are the lines which we need to include to execute a Bootstrap program. That is in the head tag. After that, now I give a body tag. Body tag, the body tag, what are the items we give in the body tag? Respond. What content you want to display on the web page or as the output that we are going to give in the body tag. Just here I give hello. Hello. Okay, students. Here I am closing. See, this is the procedure or this is step to execute a simple Bootstrap program. Closing a body tag and closing a HTML tag, and here I have the program is completed. Save the file in the Bootstrap folder, that is ex1.html. I'm giving ex1.html. Coming to the folder of the Bootstrap, I'm running. Can you see the output, students? What is the output?
Hello.
Hello is the output. Similarly, one by one, we are going to add to this program. Yes, students, understanding? Any doubt here? Any doubt, students? If you have any doubts, please respond. So now what I have done, I have included a container here. I have included a container. One more thing, students, when you include a container in the program, so here what we are giving a column value. We are giving the column size. This XS stands for extra small. This is medium. I mean, this is small. This is medium small. This is medium, and this is large. Like this, we are giving a font size. Now I will run this program. See, before including that div tag, this was the output. After including the div tag, what will be the output? You observe, students. See, these items I have included in the program. These things I have included in the program using a container. Using container, I have included. I'll show you the source code. I'll show you the program. So the container is used to display the output in a row and column wise. And here we have a row class. Inside the row class, I have a class called that is column size. Here I'm specifying the column value. Here I'm specifying the column value. This is the second div tag, and this is the third div tag. Now I'll include one more div. Where is that one more div? Can I see on this? Can we see on the screen, students? Can we see on the screen?
No, ma'am.
I'll include one more div. No, it is not visible. Can anybody tell the reason why it is not visible? At least.
Column 4 evaluation, ma'am.
Yes?
Column
Column? Column? Can you repeat?
Ma'am, column 4, 5 I have to mention, ma'am. 4, 5. I think, ma'am.
4, 5? What you're telling, I'm not understanding.
Ma'am, we have to change the number, ma'am. It is only column 3 is there, ma'am.
You have to change the number. Where we have to change the number?
Column 3, ma'am. You give the name column 3, column 3.
Okay, okay. Here you're telling. Okay, it is overlap. Now it is visible.
No, ma'am.
Why? Can anybody answer? Yes, students, can anybody answer? Those who are doing their project in Bootstrap, using Bootstrap.
Page, ma'am, page size is full, maybe.
Page size is full. Huh? Can you see the PPT, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next we have the grid system. What is grid? What for we use grid?
Displaying the data in a table format.
Yes. Yes, to display the data in a table format, we use grid. To display the data in the table format, we use grid. In many, okay, to display the output or the display the content in the table format, we are using grid. So this one of the basic thumb rule of designing a responsive website is to get rid of traditional HTML tables as far as possible and use fluid div elements instead. So in last class, what I told, to display any content in the web page, what we are using? We are using a div tag. Correct? Now we are using div tag or fluid. We are using div tag or fluid element also. We have seen in the last class. Now to display the output in a tabular format, we are using grid system. See this statement. Use fluid div element instead. So instead of using this fluid div, now we are using this grid system. Now we are using a grid system. So here, why we are using a grid system? To display the output in a tabular format. The Bootstrap offers a very strong framework of grid system. This Bootstrap offers a very strong framework of grid system with extensive use of div element. Means here, to display the output in a grid system, we are using a div element and which is dynamically compatible with all the devices and screen currently available in the market. Yes, student, this Bootstrap mainly we are using to develop a web page in the web page for the mobile application. Correct, no? web page for the mobile application. And one more thing, what is the use or what is the advantage of using Bootstrap? Using Bootstrap, we can develop a responsive web page. You can develop a responsive web page. This you don't forget, students. Using Bootstrap, we are developing or we can develop a responsive web page. So using this Bootstrap, whatever the viewport we are developing for all the viewport to support with the compatibility, we are using a grid system. See what he is telling, with all the devices and screen currently available in the market. Currently, which are the devices are available in the market to see the web page? Yes, student, to see the web page currently in the market, which are the devices are available? Are you understanding my question? To see the web page or to see the website currently in the market, which are the devices are available?
Laptops and
Mobile
phones.
phones, laptop,
Yes.
desktops,
Laptop,
tablets.
tab, mobile phone, desktop. Yes, to this using this this Bootstrap is compatible or it is comfortable with all the types of devices which are available in the market. The basic architecture of grid system of Bootstrap is that the screen is horizontally divided into maximum of 12 columns. So the screen is divided into horizontal. This is which is horizontal and which is vertical? This is vertical. Am I right, students? And this is horizontal. Am I right? Yes? If I am wrong, please correct me.
Ma'am, straight line is vertical, ma'am.
1 minute. Straight line is vertical.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. This is horizontal. Students, are you listening? Students, 50 plus students are there. All the 50 students are listening. See, this is horizontal line. The straight line, this is horizontal line. And this column line is a vertical line, students. This is a vertical line. So here the basic architecture of the grid system of Bootstrap is that the screen is horizontally divided into 12 columns. So here like this, the horizontal line will be divided into 12 columns in the screen. Yes, understanding? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 12 columns. Up to 12 columns. So the screen is horizontally divided into 12 columns. And Bootstrap has provided class to create each combination of columns. So Bootstrap provides a flexibility to create each combination of columns, but maximum size is how many columns? Maximum size is 12 columns. Suppose if I am taking a screen, this is the screen, and the maximum size is how much, students? 12. Correct, no? 12. You can take 2 div tags. You can divide a div tag with 6 columns, or you can take 3 columns, or you can take 4 columns. Yes, students, are you for understanding? See here, using Bootstrap, when you develop any viewport or when you develop any display for the devices, and that display is divided into maximum of 12 columns. 1 to 12 columns. So in this, out of this, if you are separating the column, if you are separating the section, then see here, first this here, I am using 2 div tags, and for each div tag, 6 columns I am giving. Total how much? Total how much? 12. Correct, no? Respond, please. Total how much? 12 columns. And next, how much I am taking? 3, 3, 3. Assume that I have 4 div tags. For each div tag, I am dividing it into 3, 3 columns. Total how much?
12.
Huh? 12. Next, one more div tag. I mean, for the next, I have in the next example, I have taken the 3 div tags, and each div tag 4 columns I have given. Total how much? 12. Logically, the maximum size of a column is 12. Is it exceeding that? Is it exceeding 12 students? Is it anywhere it is exceeding 12? No, it is not exceeding 12. That is the reason why here in this program, you see here the column size, what I have given, 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12. 4 threes are 12. Is it right? 4 threes are 12. So that is the reason why the remaining 2 div tags it is not displaying. That is the reason why the remaining 2 div tags it is not displaying, because the maximum size of a screen is 1 to 12 columns. Are you following, students? Even response madilla andre how I'll understand. Are you listening? See, now I'll remove these 2 div tags. I'll remove those 2 div. I'm removing. See, this is first, this is second, and this is third. So this Bootstrap offers a grid view. In the basic structure of a grid view is maximum it is divided into 12 columns. And see here, see this table. So this is a table, students. See, this is extra small, small, medium, and large. XS is extra small, that is font size. Extra small, small, medium, and large. The description: classes to use or to consume 1 column in the corresponding device size. See, the meaning of this line is column call XS1 means it consumes or it occupies 1 column in the corresponding device. Understanding, students? And next, COL XS2, it consumes 2 columns in the corresponding device. Next, XS3, it consumes 3 columns in the corresponding device. Next, if I have COL XS five means it consumes 5 columns in the given device. It consumes 5 columns in the given device. So on COL XS 12, it consumes 12 columns in the given device. It consumes 12 columns in the given design. Students, you understood this? Any doubt? Dakshayani, understood? Is she there? Okay, students, next example. What is this? By seeing this, what you are understanding?
So form.
It is a form. What are the items we are taking from the user here? Name, email address, and any comments. If you want to give any comments, you can give. And if you click on the checkbox, checkbox, after clicking on the checkbox, then when you click on post it, then that if you create a database, then the data will be entered into the database. But still, now, as of now, here we have not created any database. Just it is a form design, students. It is a form design. Now we'll understand how to design this form. You know that till here what to write. So this is a doc type tag, this is a title tag, this is a meta tag, and these three are the lines which you have to include to execute a Bootstrap program. From here the actual program will start, that is from the body tag. So here we have a form tag. Yes, students, one day I gave you the activity to design a form. In that form, what are the tags you have used? Label tag,
Input tag.
input tag, and the button tag. Correct, no? Those and form tag. Those 4 tags you have used. Similarly, here to create a form, we need to use a form tag. Inside the form tag, we have a label tag. What for we use this label tag? To display the label. Suppose generally students, to take an input from the user, we use a text box. Correct, no? To take an input from the user, we take a text box. Suppose if you create a form like this. Text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, and the button. This is the button. So by seeing this button, on this button, you may give a name, that is submit or insert. Correct, no? Generally, when you create a form, we give like this. These text boxes are used to take a input from the user. Yes, these text boxes are used to take a input from the user. Now, what I have to take in first text box? What input I have to take in the first text box? what input I have to take in the second text box, and what input I have to take from in the third text box. Yes, any idea? So I have developed this. So I have developed this form. So I know what information I have to give in the first text box. That is USN. In the second text box, name. In the third text box, semester. See, I have developed this, so I know what are the items or what are the values I have to give in these three text boxes. But the end users, when they use this application or when they use this website, they will not understand what the inputs they have to give in the text boxes. So that is the reason why we have to give a label. We have to give a label. This label tells that what we have to enter into this particular text box, what we need to enter into the second text box, what you have to enter into the third text box. Is it right, students? Are you doing the same thing in your project also? Respond, no? I think you people have decided not to respond for anything. Whatever she asks, you should not respond. Grid Achayata. How we are taking 12 columns. All of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, so labels we are taking. So here we have a label for your name. So your name. So on the text box, on the label, what name it will display? That is name, and the next input tag we have. In the second input, what we are taking? We are taking a email address. For that, the email ID we are taking. For that, the label which I have given is email address. Email address. Next, one more we have. That is text area. Why we are using text area? What is the difference between why we are using text area, students?
Suppose we should have to give data more kinds of data, like message, like feedbacks. Use text area.
Anybody? The third, we are using a text area, and we have a checkbox, and then we have a submit button. So coming to the output, see students, here I am taking a name. So what is in the placeholder, what it is displaying is in the code, what I have given in the code, what I have given in the placeholder is, means in the text box, this name it will show. This in place of placeholder, what data or what text I have given, that it will show in the placeholder. So that it is displaying here. Your name, please. Email address. Your email ID. See, your email ID. See, in the placeholder, what I have given, your email ID. And next, tell us the text. For tell us, what I have given the placeholder value, your comments, if you want to add any comments. See students, to take an input from the user, first I have taken the input tags for two inputs, that is for name and mail address. And to take a comment, to take a comment from the user, I am using text area. Why we use text area is, suppose if you are entering a multiple line of text, I may have a lot of issue with respect to some of the website. So I want to write one paragraph of comments. If you take a text input, then you cannot do that. If you want to include a multiple line, then we have to take a text area. Then we have to take a tag, that is text area. That is the reason why here for the third input or for the third entry, I have taken a text area. Getting understanding students? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the reason why here I have taken text area. So next a checkbox. Next you have a button. For this button, the name which I have given is post it. You can also change here submit. You can also change that to submit. See, it has changed to submit, or you can also replace that with a insert data. Anything you can give for user understanding purpose. Insert data. So once you click on the button, the data will be inserted where? Hello, the data. Where the data will be inserted to the database. But still here we have not created a database. So just it is a form, students. Just it is a form. So when you create when you develop your mini project, you can use this. Yes, students, observe the output for this program. What is the output here? Some information it is showing. Correct, no? Some information it is showing with the background color. Some information it is showing with the background color. See, students, what is the difference between this output and this output? What is the difference between this output and this output? Observe the output. Lakshmi and team, you are doing a project in Bootstrap, no? Yes, Lakshmi, can you hear me, Lakshmi? Are you there? Are you listening, Lakshmi? Students, this shows just you have joined for the class and you are not listening. I called Dakshayani. She also did not respond. Yes, Rupak, what is the difference between this output and this output?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
difference? Huh? Hedappa.
Ma'am, here I guess we're not using CSS, and the other one we're using CSS. So the difference is that the output means the showcase.
I'll show both the codes. So this is a see this code. So here div container we are using div tag, we are displaying some of the data. Some data we are displaying. But here same div tag we are using, but
Ma'am, we are not putting it in the same row.
yes, exactly. See students, here in this program, see what I told is the maximum size of a column is, the maximum size of a screen is 12 columns. Correct, no? The maximum size of a screen is 12 columns. Here I have drawn and I have shown. Here, the maximum size of a screen is 12 columns. Here in this program, what I have done is I have divided the screen into four. See, for each div tag, I'm giving four columns. 4 ones are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. So the screen is completed. Correct? The screen is completed. If you try to display one more div tag, it will not display. Why? Because logically the screen size is only 12 columns. But here in this program, here I'm not using any column here. I'm not using any column. Just I'm displaying the message. Just I'm displaying the message. So it is not taking a column wise. It is not taking column wise. One by one, it is displaying the output. Getting students? One by one, it is displaying the output. See, for see here, success, info, warnings, warning and danger. So here I am not dividing the screen into a column wise. I am not displaying the data column wise. Just I am displaying the data. But here I am displaying the data in column wise. Here also, if you take example of this, I am dividing the display, I am dividing the screen into column. You can see this code. You can see this code, students. See, column 4, column 4. See here what I do, I'll add one more div tag. I'll add one more div tag. Yes, this I have added one more time. The third column I have added one more time. But here in this program, after this column 3, if I add one more column, it was not displaying. Why? Because it has reached the maximum size. It has reached the maximum size. But here only 2 columns were there. Still space was there. So when I included one more column, so it is showing in the output. Now if I add one more column, students, I mean one more div tag, it will not show that. It will not show that. It is So like this, you can modify the output screen. Yes, students, any doubt in any program? Any doubt, students? I'll share these programs in Google Classroom so that you can practice. Yes, students, one more program I have. Observe the code, students. Observe this code. Observe the code. Tell me the difference between this code and this code. By seeing the output, are you able to see any, observe anything, students? See, this output is different and this output is different. Are you able to find any difference? Don't tell this is the reason, because some mistake I have done in the code, so that's why it is displaying here. It should display here after this. So don't tell that is a difference. Other than that, Vega,
Layout of text area is different.
how? Uh, how? Layout of text area means what?
Size, ma'am.
Size and
Position ಅಲ್ಲ size.
ಈ size ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಾ ದರ್ಶನ್?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Other than that? Other than that, students, this and this. See,
We
very
are using Bootstrap built-in functionality to display the text area with styling.
Which style?
Ma'am, the previous one was, I guess, is fluid.
Okay.
Yes, this one is fluid, and the next one center the container.
Is this center?
Yes, ma'am, I guess.
No. See, students, this is very simple. See here, name. Next line, it is showing the placeholder. Name. Next line, it is showing the input tag. The placeholder, it is showing next line. But here, it is displaying horizontally. It is displaying horizontally. Name and the horizontally in the same line, it is displaying name, your name. I mean that the placeholder, email address, your email ID. Tell us, actually it should display here. Maybe some mistake I have done, so that's why it has come here. See, to display like this, here you have to add in the beginning, you have to add a class that is form horizontal. That is form horizontal. Whereas for the other program, yes, for the other program, you don't have that. See, just from the form, the program has started. But here, to display the output in a horizontal way, we have to use this form horizontal. We have to use class. Hello. We are using a horizontal. It's the simple difference. The simple difference here in the next line it is showing, but here it is displaying horizontally. It is displaying horizontally. See, it will be helpful for the viewport of a laptop or the desktop. Sorry, this will be helpful for the viewport of a tablet or mobile phone, because next line it is showing. Next line it is showing. If the screen is small, then if it is showing horizontally, then which one will be preferable for mobile phone? Which design will be preferable? Yes, students, which type of coding will be preferable for mobile phone? Respond, no. Nothing is preferable. This will be preferable. Why? Because here one line by line it is showing, but here horizontally it is showing. The mobile screen will be smaller. The mobile screen will be smaller compared to the laptop or desktop. So this will be preferable. This Bootstrap mainly we are using to develop a mobile application, and Bootstrap is a responsive. To develop a responsive web page, we are using this Bootstrap. Responsive andre ಏನು? Dynamic. Is it right? So immediately we get a response. But if you develop a static web page, will you get a response? No. In the static web page, you will not get a. Yes. Students, anybody want to tell anything? Raman.
No, ma'am, I was not saying anything.
Okay. Okay, students, I'll stop here. Answer for your attendance. Answer your attendance, students. 1. 2.
Yes, ma'am.
3.
Ma'am.
4.
Yes, ma'am.
5. 6.
Yes, ma'am.
8.
Yes, ma'am.
9.
Present, ma'am.
10.
Yes, ma'am.
11.
Yes, ma'am.
12. 12. Rahmatullah. See students, next time I'm not going to repeat. Once if I call their name, if they are not responding, then I'm marking absent. 13,
Yes, ma'am.
14, 15,
Yes, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
16, 17,
Yes, ma'am.
18,
Present, ma'am.
19, 20,
Present, ma'am.
21,
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23,
ma'am.
24,
Yes, ma'am.
25,
Present, ma'am.
26, 27,
Present, ma'am.
28,
Present, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30,
Yes, ma'am.
31,
Yes, ma'am.
32,
Present, ma'am.
33,
Present, ma'am.
34,
Present, ma'am.
35,
Yes, ma'am.
36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Yes, ma'am.
41,
Present, ma'am.
42,
Present, ma'am.
43,
Present, ma'am.
44,
Present, ma'am.
45,
Present, ma'am.
46,
Present, ma'am.
47,
Present, ma'am.
48,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
49, 50,
Present, ma'am.
49 is absent, no? 51,
Present, ma'am.
52, 53,
Present, ma'am.
54,
Present, ma'am.
55,
Present, ma'am.
56,
Present, ma'am.
57,
Present, ma'am.
58,
Present, ma'am.
59,
Ma'am.
Present,
Present, ma'am.
59. Why you did not
Present, ma'am.
respond that time?
Ma'am, network
59 is present, ma'am.
Okay, okay, 59 is present.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Who is that?
Me, Dakshayani, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
26 Lakshmi is present, ma'am. Her mic is not working. She's trying. She just pinged me now.
Ma'am,
Who is that?
Soumishri, ma'am. 14.
Why you did not respond that time?
Present, ma'am. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮೈಕ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಾಗಿನ್
ಅದೇಂಗೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ ಮೈಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ? Students, I'll stop here.